Yeah, this looks like a pretty good spot. Well, let's see here. Looks a little leveler up here. Hey folks! Well, I'm trying to figure out where to put this cage because I'm going to move our 4-day-old chicks out to the pen. And when they're little like that, you know, we want to pick a nice, fairly level spot because, of course, we don't have a level spot on our property, but one without so many dips and gaps that the little buggers are going to crawl out. But I think I got it pretty good right here. I'm close enough to the hoop house. I have power in the hoop house because I'm going to have to run a light out here. But that's where our 25 Red Ranger cockerels are right now. They're in the hoop house. And let's see, today is April 27th. Yeah, I was griping about how cold it was. Now all of a sudden it's like instant spring. It's 60 degrees, it's beautiful out. A little breezy today, but I'm not complaining. So I went to our local Cenex, the country store here in Bemidji, and went in. I said, you know, I'd heard these kind of disturbing stories about people having to wait till the end of May into June before they got their chicks this year because a lot of people are taking a sudden interest in raising some of their own poultry. But I went in and talked to the manager there, and he's like, Mark, I know you like those Red Rangers. I'll see if I can get them, but it might not be probably towards the end of May. I don't know, Red Rangers, end of May, that gets to be into August. Gosh. I thought, well, maybe I'll have to go with a stinking Cornish cross, but he said, let me check. So he did, and he said, I can have them in 2 days. I thought, well, okay. That was last Tuesday, so I picked them up last Thursday. So, you know, it was still getting down in the upper 20s, low 30s at night, so I don't want to start them day one in the cage. Not when they're day old, that young. So the box that our camper mattress came in, I thought, now there's a handy box. So I moved them into the hoop house. So they have spent 4 nights in the hoop house, which, you know, isn't ideal. I put a light on them at night, and it still get down in the 30s at night, low 40s, upper 30s. But I figured now I'm going to move them outside. They're ready, and hey girls, they're coming. They're saying, hey, you know what? This was our home last year, right, Buffy? She says, this is where I grew up. I grew up in that cage. Yeah. Don't let anyone ever tell you Red Rangers don't make good layers. Holy smokes, we have 4 of them, and we're getting 3 to 4 eggs a day from 4 hens. And as you can see, they're kind of fun to have around most of the time. So I'm going to get this thing ready, and we'll take a look at how we start our chicks from almost day 1 till done in our mobile chicken cage. Okay, so what I did is I dug up the tarp, and we'll be lucky to get a second year out of these. It's kind of disintegrating from the sun, but that tarp covers probably 2/3 of the cage, so that's what protects them from rain and sun and wind and everything else. And then what we do is we put this half barrel in, and there's a light in there, a heat light, and then I put wood shavings in there, so a bed of wood shavings, and then it just makes a little hut. And then I have their feeder, small feeder set up over there, and then a gallon water set up over here. And then I cut 6-foot boards that slide underneath the rolling pipes in the front and back, just to close up those gaps that when they're as tiny as they are, they could scoot under, and, you know, further predator protection and such. So I'm going to grab these little buggers and we're going to put them in their new homes. Okay, so this is the the box that our full-size memory foam mattress came in, that in a pinch it worked out pretty well for giving them 4 days of refuge from the cold inside the hoop house. But now they're 4 days old and they're ready to go into their new home. It's gonna feel like like quite an adventure. All of a sudden they're gonna have wide open spaces. They're going to be able to forage, learn to forage. Now what I do, even from day one, the first day, is I go out, there's not much greenery yet because it's April, but I pull little emerging dandelion leaves and clover and grass and throw it in there and get them starting to take an interest in greens. Okay, so there we have it. All 25 are in there, and they're all kind of bundled together, not quite knowing what just happened to their little world. But we got 25, we haven't lost one yet, and hopefully we won't. These are Red Rangers, and we never lost one last year. Of course, they were 2 weeks old when we got them, it makes a difference. But they're gonna have this huge world to explore here now, and I'll keep the heat lamp on during the day too. Here now it's breezy, it's in the low 60s, and I have a cord running into the hoop house, and then the cord, it plugs in inside here underneath the tarp, so it'll have some protection from the rain. So we'll check back on these little buggers in a few days or week or so and see how they're doing. Till then, this is Mark again with Backwood Basics. Let's raise chicks together. Just imagine how that must feel after your entire life being a cardboard box. They're loving life.